Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to spend the next 10 minutes or so talking about branding on your IMAX Web Solutions website. This is a little dry, however, it's very important. And what I mean by branding is the different places where on your site your keywords will show or your contact information will show. If you notice here across the top of my page, it says homes for sale in Gloucester, etc. I'm going to show you how to change that. I'm also going to show you how to change the header on your email and the footer on your daily email so that you can get a little bit more juice from that. And I will also show you how you can put a header at the top of your reports so that when you print out a report, it's nice and branded. So let's get started. First thing you do is log into your website and then go find the branding. And the branding link is by clicking on your website button and then scroll down and you'll find branding. And we've grouped all the places where you can change branding right here. So let's just click through them. Branded email address refers to the email address that your site uses when you send out messages to people. And that could be the daily alerts, that could be any message that gets sent from your site. Now I've made a shift recently. Instead of using kenny@kennymccarthy.com, I've set up an address called kenny@capeanninfo.com. People are more apt to remember Cape Ann Info than they are Kenny McCarthy. So I've decided, and this is what studies show, so I've decided that rather than use my name at myname.com, I've got Cape Ann Info. That's my main site name. So I'm using kenny@capeanninfo.com. And if you want to change your branded email address, all you have to do is highlight that and put in the new address and then click Save Changes. The text, email, and header footer. Some of your members are going to be receiving emails in text format rather than in HTML. And that means that they are not seeing pictures because they don't want to see pictures or they're not able to see pictures. They've got HTML shut off. Whatever reason, the text on your HTML header and footer can be changed here. Not too many people use this feature. Most people, when they receive emails, they want HTML formatted emails. But just in case, you should have something filled out here. And I have just a little bit of, it's an email ad, we call it, that I have on mine that says, did you know that you can run searches whenever you like, blah, blah, blah. And this goes after my signature in the email. So if you want to change yours, that's where you would do it. And don't forget to click Save Changes. Now the HTML header and footer, that's what you would see. Let me see if I still have my email up here. I don't have my email up here, but this is what you would see at the top of the email, the daily email alert. And at the top of my email, I have a banner that is in my library. Now, I had this banner designed. It cost me about $40, if I remember right, to have this banner designed. And then I loaded it into my library. You can have us design one as well. You can get a hold of our web designer and have a banner designed if you'd like, and then you can use it all over the place. I have a header and I have a footer, as you notice here. So the header I display at the top of my message, and this is what it looks like. If we click here, you'll see that's what my header looks like. And my footer is this right here. That goes at the bottom of the email message. If you want to do your own, you can just leave this blank and then type your message in here. I strongly suggest that you don't do this on your own. It's kind of like painting your own car and doing your own body work. Spend the money and get a professionally designed header and a professionally designed footer. Then you load it into your library, your IMAX library, and you'll be able to display it at the top and the bottom of your daily email alerts. Once you've done that, again, click Save Changes. Next on the list are our CMA settings and CMA branding. And this is the cover of the CMA. We put this Remax branding up top right, and that cannot be changed. The title can be changed. You can call it a market analysis. You can call it whatever you want, but all you have to do is click on Edit Title, and it brings up the window that will allow you to change the title of your analysis. You can call it a comparative market analysis. You can call it whatever you want. And if you scroll down the bottom, you can see Edit Prepared By, and this is where you can put your name, your teammate's name, whoever is doing most of the CMAs. And you can go in and change this each time you do a CMA if you have different teammates. But this is global, so every CMA that's printed through my site will have my contact name on it. And again, click Save Changes. Let's go back to the branding. Listing flyer branding. Now, if you choose to print out a listing, again, I've used my banner. The banner that I had designed. That goes at the top, and I don't have a footer. This is what the listing flyer would look like. And at the very top goes my banner, and the listing flyer itself would be here. So again, my branding is consistent. I have the same picture. I have the same everything at the top of more of my stuff. And it's just important that you put the same thing at the top of just about everything that you have. That's why they call it branding. Header and footer for printable property reports. Now, again, here's another place where I use my my banner that I had designed, and that goes at the top. And so that if I run a report, this is what goes on top of the report. Very simple. Only a couple more here to go. IDX and VOW search branding. This is if someone is on your website and they're not logged in and they run a search, that's called an IDX search. If they are logged in, it's called a VOW search. And you can change the branding for each different type of search by clicking off something here. Now, I have just decided to keep it simple, and I use the pre-designed header that we have that comes with the site. And if you click here, you'll see what the pre-designed header looks like. That's what the header looks like. Brought to you by my name, phone, website, and email address. That's all I put on. That's all I bother to put on there. And by the way, notice I've got for website capeanninfo.com. You don't have to put www in front of everything anymore. You haven't needed that for a couple of 3 years now. So don't take up the space. It's just one more thing that people have to read. Just put your web address there, capeanninfo.com. Your name. And you know, I've got Remax branding over here, so I don't bother putting Remax again underneath my name. Save changes, and you're all set with the header and footer for your, searches and branded listing sheets. Pre-designed header for property search and listings we just did. And the last thing is the site branding. And the site branding refers to this strip across the top. Every time we're on a page, doesn't matter what page we're on, it's going to show that strip across the top. And that's called my site branding. And for site branding, I've got the towns that I want to focus on. I've got the zip codes, as you can see here. I've got homes for sale there, and I've got my site email here as well. And click Save Changes. And all you have to do if you want to change what's up here is change what's in the box, and it'll show. Save Changes, and you're all set. And that's how you change the branding on your IMAX Web Solutions website.